What a difference a year makes. State lawmakers say they have a tentative deal on a budget 4 days ahead of the April 1st deadline. Our senior correspondent Rich Newberg is taking a closer look at what the bottom line means now for Western New York. Rich?
Well, Jackie, there's a lot we don't know because the numbers as they apply to us have not been made public yet. But education will likely be strongly impacted, even with some modest restorations.
Closing a $10 billion gap with no new taxes, no borrowing. That is a huge undertaking.
An undertaking that will cut deeply into the Buffalo school system, according to Superintendent Dr. James Williams, who tells me even with state aid restorations, the hit to Buffalo could still mean a 10% cut in education departments across the board.
But right now we're looking at 10%. So it's going to be somewhere between 500 and 700 employees.
Working with the governor, we're able to achieve critical restorations which will soften the cuts affecting working families, our senior citizens, our most vulnerable populations, and the children in our classrooms.
The plan stands a chance to be finalized by lawmakers this week in time for the Friday budget deadline. The state's prisons will also be impacted.
We'll be closing 3,700 prison cells across the state. That's going to be difficult, but it's necessary.
To cut government spending, that's been the priority of the people of the state of New York. To cut taxes, priority of the people of the state of New York.
UB 2020, the plan to expand the university into downtown Buffalo, is not in the budget, but the governor says he still believes in the project.
And the governor said he wants to get it done. I thought that was an extremely positive message for Western New York.
The tentative budget agreement calls for $450 million in labor savings. That's the equivalent of 9,800 layoffs of state workers. A state CSEA spokesman told me today negotiations with the state have just begun, and it's too early to tell if massive layoffs will be necessary. Reporting live, Rich Newberg, News 4 at 5:30.